Breathe in and breathe out. And we intentionally create because we can. Because we really are this powerful and we really do have the ability to take care of ourselves. So we have this amazing, what I'm going to call place of peace. You breathe in peace, you breathe out peace. You can have this place of peace anywhere you want. But what I'm doing tonight is I am inviting you to imagine this place of peace literally inside of your mind's eye. Now there's among us that see energy. There are those among us that feel it. We all feel it. We all know. So in this place of peace, inside of our mind's eye, subconscious, I'm asking you to take a walk down memory lane first. And notice that the ground you stand upon, the path that you're on, the path beneath your feet is created from the bits and the pieces and the particles and the shards of all that is taken to make you who you are and to get you to this point in your life. So as you look around at the path beneath your feet on memory lane, there are things that fit together perfectly that when they were happening, there was zero recognition at the time that these things fit together. There's side trails and there are adventure paths everywhere on memory lane tonight. But where we're going now is that collection spot where the stones, where the gems, the rocks, that just got piled up and pushed out of the way. I don't want to deal with you right now. I'll deal with you later. And the memories that felt like everything shattered. And your subconscious, it's her job, it's her mission to take care of you. And in this life, in the world that we're living in this time, in this place, and in this space, there are things that really sort of just got shattered. Because holding it all together didn't seem like the wisest move at the time. So the details got scattered. The memories got shattered. But they were actually never lost. And now as we step down this memory lane, there's this pile. glistens and it shines. I'm going to invite those shattered pieces along our life's path to realize they've been called forward. We know you're there. And tonight's the night. But you know what? We are pulling together our bits and pieces, our shards, our shatterings, because we can. And this is a safe place to land. So we take those bits and pieces, or at least a sampling of them, and put them in the base of our kaleidoscope. Because actually these bits and pieces and parts are not going to weigh you down ever again. They may have shattered because they were too heavy, but they're not too heavy anymore. They are light and love. And they're here to show you how far you have come. And they can't hurt you anymore. They won't hurt you anymore. So we collect up as many as you so choose and put them into the cup. And as you take your kaleidoscope and you pop it together, this may only be a representation, but it represents all. Every bit, every piece, every part that broke off or got smashed mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It's all there. And now I invite you to step with your kaleidoscope and settle in somewhere in a bright and sunny space. And you choose where. You might be sitting by a mountain stream. You might be on a beach. You might be sitting in a cabin of a snow-capped mountain. You choose. But you settle in. You settle down and relax. You drift and you float and you dream. And with full intention, you pull that kaleidoscope up to your heart. And then you just start looking through. And as you face the light and you begin to twist and turn, the bits and the pieces and the parts create something new together. And give yourself permission for those bits, those pieces, and their parts to create something not only fresh and new, but beautiful. Absolutely, stunningly beautiful. And you just sort of keep twisting your kaleidoscope, and you can hear it, and you can feel it, And the colors, they shift and they change. Notice if you put your hand over and cause a shadow and you keep twisting, aim it towards something where the sun's not directly shining through it. When you look at something differently, what you're looking at changes. So twist that sucker. Change it. Look at it differently. And as you do, realize how much fun you're having. This is awesome. This is beautiful. You have every color. The color of your life is in this amazing toy. And we're playing. We're playing. This isn't work. And it's not some project. We're playing. And you twist it, and your life, as you thought you knew it, comes into a completely fresh focus as you allow yourself to look at the broken pieces of your life as child's play. Give yourself permission to see your life and your world beautiful. I see you, and I'm participating. That's the other thing this week, ladies, is that we have the opportunity to participate in our changes. You're the one playing with the kaleidoscope. Shift it. Change it. And while you were playing, subconscious gathered around you, for you. The bits and the pieces and the parts of who made you who you are. The sights, the sounds, the experiences, the love, the light, the disappointments, the pain, the gain, the guilt, the good, the bad, the right, the wrong. It's all there around you. And you look and it surrounds you. And I invite you to reach out with your heart. And just sort of say, it's going to be okay, guys. It's all right. If you're here, it's because you're supposed to be. You're perfect. There's a transformation about to happen here. And you get to be a part of it. So I welcome you to buckle up and get ready. Because life as we know is about to change. And as you do this, these bits, these pieces, and these parts are getting caught up in the rays of light. It's kind of like, when the sun breaks through on a cloudy day, and all of a sudden you can see these light bands that come through the clouds, and you just sort of see streaks of light through a hole in the clouds, and it cuts through the whole sky down toward the earth. And that's what I see. And you've got one of these and these light rays are around you. They're not blinding your eyes, but you can see it. You're surrounded by this light coming through the clouds directly onto you. And all of your bits and pieces and parts, all those things that got collected, are being sucked up, invited to join the light, and defying the concept of gravity completely. All of your bits and pieces and parts are joining the light. And those rays of the sun, those rays of light from that break in the clouds, are sparkling diamonds and rubies and emerald and garnet and amber and amethyst, topaz. Every jasper on the planet, every quartz, all of those precious stones. You thought they were broken pieces of you? They're the very core of the value of who you be. And they're being absorbed into the light. And these light rays are now filled with the brilliance of this light show. And the prisms all around you have completely changed. And as you feel this, as you step into this light, the kaleidoscope of your life is around you. The game is here and it's now and you're in it. And it's stunningly beautiful. And it no longer matters where they came from. It's where they're going that matters. And you rest watching all of those shimmers of light. And it's like they're being drawn up to that space where the cloud broke and the sun rays were coming through. The light rays were coming through. So you watch these bits and pieces and parts dance, knowing they are the kaleidoscope that is you. You're the kaleidoscope. You've got this. And about the time that all of these and pieces and parts reach the cloud cover, the cloud frames it. You know how sometimes when you look up at the clouds and you can see the frame of light that's on the top of the cloud, so it looks like a ring, almost like a golden ring or a white ring. And all of these pieces are fitting inside that ring. And then the light starts to dance and shift. And you look up and you can see your bits, your pieces, and your parts in the light, shifting and changing you. And about the time you think it can't get any more beautiful, you blink And the kaleidoscope is no longer a multitude of small details. Right before your eyes, they have come together in a perfect union to create the most exquisite stained glass that you have ever seen. Ever. And the stained glass tells your story. And some of these stained glass have scenes in them. But your story is high and lifted up. Your story is illuminated. Your story is being recreated right in front of your very eyes. And it's beautiful. It's stunningly beautiful. And the things that it took to create this stained glass. So many things subconscious make sense now. It's like, oh God, that's where that fits. You're right. This all fits together. And the stained glass has a message for you, has a story for you. And it's personal, and it's private, and it's intimate, but it empowers you. It ignites you. It awakens within you understanding and clarity. And then it's like you blink. It's just a blink. And you look again. And your kaleidoscope, your stained glass, has created into one image. And that one image is the brilliance of you. And you look at this stained glass, and you know where it came from. You know what it's made of. And you recognize. You can see how everything has been reorganized. And then the light hits this image of you in the clouds, with light shining through you to the world you live in. And for a moment, you just stand up, and you stand in that light and allow the light flowing through the image of you. And guys, that image of you is healed and whole and complete. Dare I say perfect, gorgeous, masterful. And the light now that's shining through those clouds is shining through the image of you into and on the world you live within. And as you, for just a moment, scan the sky, You can see other images in the clouds. And the light, it's amazing. And this image of you, this completed stained glass kaleidoscope image of you, and it could look like the most outrageous piece of modern art you've ever seen. It could be a work of a Renaissance painter that's exquisite. But you know that it's you. And you can feel it, and you know it. And in just the blink of an eye, in a moment, that amazing stained glass in the sky, held by the clouds of your life, with the light shining through it, suddenly becomes a piece of art for you to take home with you. It's not just some bright, shiny object in the sky to learn from. It is now in the size, the shape, and the space that is perfect for you to place exactly within your subconscious, where it will do the most good for you, for your goodness. It can be a piece of stained glass with one of those suction cups on a window or a door. It can be one of those things that hangs from your rearview mirror. It could be a lampshade. This piece of art is yours. And it represents your brilliance, your amazing. You are amazing. In awe and in wonder, we take this piece of art that is you, it's a masterpiece. And I invite you to take this masterpiece in one hand and your kaleidoscope in the other. And notice that at a point of essence, they're one and the same. And be grateful for that. Be grateful for the bits and the pieces and the parts that got you here to create your life as a masterpiece. A central core level artwork that is you. So I invite you to take a breath in and a breath out. This art project, it doesn't stop here. The path, memory lane, you're walking on it. And now as you look down, you have a completely different point of view of what got you here. You can do this. You are doing this. It's amazing. So I invite you to put your kaleidoscope in your tool belt with all the other tools that you've gained. And when anything comes up that you need to refocus, to create it fresh, to tell a new story, to look at it differently, you pull that kaleidoscope out of your toolbox and you know how to use it. You twist it, you shift it, you change it, you look at it differently. Then allow it to be created into a masterpiece in you, to you, and for you. Stand in that, my friends, and your life changes. I hold you in my heart. And those bits and those pieces and those parts have purpose. They have intention. They have potential. They hold your next opportunity. Every piece fits every piece. Allow that to be your truth. You can change your world one piece at a time. Life comes in pieces. It doesn't come complete. It comes in pieces. And now you have at least one more tool to enjoy the game of life and watching those pieces come together any way you choose. And if you don't like the way they're together, turn your kaleidoscope, pull that sucker out of your toolbox one more time, and shift it again. Look at it differently. There's nothing that has to be static in your life. You can shift and change anything. Everything. Perfectly. Over and over and over again. So I want you to look and see where you put that first piece, masterpiece of stained glass. And you make sure that there's room for a whole lot more. Because you're not done living, and you're not done shifting and changing and reorganizing and reshaping your life. But each time you do, I recommend you step it up. Create the stained glass and hang it with the others to tell the stories, to hold the stories, shifting and changing as you need to. Make it so, make it so, make it so. And now with subconscious thank you. Thank you, memories, for memory lane. Thank you for holding all of these bits and pieces for us. Thank you for giving us an entirely fresh perspective on all of this and the tools we need to play. You can do this. You can do this. You can make huge stained glass, or you can make the smallest of details and enjoy the journey. You are the art and the artist. You are the sculpture and you are the clay. You are the art and you are the artist. Life comes in pieces. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Celebrate. Scream, shout, cry, celebrate. The light and the dark, the right and the wrong, the good and the bad. There is darkness in the light, there is lightness in the dark, and we live in the balance of the two. Live your lives and live them well. And keep your kaleidoscope really, really close by. Our lives depend upon it. dream. Dare to dream. And when you're ready, with all your tools that we got tonight, all your tools, when you're ready, and only when you're ready, return to your resting place, in the name of love, with sunshine.